Hi guys, today we are in my house. The lighting isn't great in here, I know, but we're going to be planting some onion seeds today. If you're going to grow onions from seeds, then you do need to get your seeds started early. Right now it's mid-January, and these are going to be planted in the ground outside sometime in March or April, depending on when I get around to it. We're not frost-free here until early May. Onions are one of those things that you can get planted in the ground before your last frost date. I'm using seed starting mix. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there's steam just rolling off of this stuff because I did boil some water and poured it over top of my seed starting mix in an attempt to kill any bug eggs that might be in the soil mix. Obviously, if you're going to do this, just make sure you let it cool before handling it. Whether you use the boiling water or not, when you use a seed starting mix, then you will need to pre-moisten your soil. This stuff is very, very dry straight out of the bag. Most of the seeds I start indoors, I start in these trays. I like to use the cell packs that have the 6 holes. I think that's a good size for starting seeds. But of course you can use whatever you want. I've started onion seeds before in butter bowls and Cool Whip containers. Just use whatever you want to use. I'm just gonna put my seed starting mix into my cell packs. I pack it down pretty good because this stuff is really light and fluffy. And then I always top that off with some more seed starting mix. Now I can start planting some seeds. I always put a lot of seeds into each cell for a couple of different reasons. One is that onion germination can be a little bit spotty for me at times. Number 2 is that these grow just fine with the little plants right up against each other, roots and all. They're not bothered by it. Once it's time to plant them outside, of course, you'll want to space out your onions. The roots are always really easy to separate. They come apart very nicely. And planting them this way takes up a lot less space under my grow lights. I'm just going to push these down against the soil a little bit and then cover them with some more seed starting mix. I don't have my grow lights set up yet, but I'm going to do that after this video. And just in case anybody is curious as to what I use a 4-foot long shop light. It has T8 daylight bulbs in it. That's all the grow lights I use. I don't have a lot of space in here for grow lights, so that's why I usually do a combination of things. I start some things in my house under my grow lights. I winter sow some things. The varieties I'm planting today are Ilsa Craig and Utah Yellow Sweet Spanish. These are both long day onions. I'm in southern Ohio. If you look at this map that I found on botanicalinterest.com, I'm actually in the intermediate day range, but I think that if you live, above the middle of the intermediate day range, you can plant long day onions, and if you live below the middle of the intermediate day range, you could probably plant short day onions. In the past, I've mostly grown intermediate day onions. Last year, I did accidentally grow a short day variety. For some reason, I thought it was a long day variety, and they did bulb up. They made onion bulbs. They were small. So if there's an onion you want to try that falls, below or above the recommended growing area, just try it anyways if you want to. You don't really have a lot to lose. The worst thing that can happen is that it'll be a failure. Most of us aren't planting an acre of onions, so it's really not that big of a deal. Just do what you want to do. Okay guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.